So welcome to new episodes of Marketing Funnels with Nipun Syal. So today we have with us Kai Stone. He is a super SaaS guy of GHL and also super affiliate. Hi Kai, welcome to our show.
Hey, what's up, man? So nice to be here, and thank you so much for having me, bro. I've heard really good things about you.
Okay, so I see first we'll start with the awards. What exactly I see lots of awards at your back. So can you tell me a little bit more about your awards?
Yeah. So one of those awards is for having 100 enabled SaaS accounts on Go High Level. The other one's for having 500 SaaS enabled accounts. Right now we have about 750, and then hopefully this year at the summit we'll bring home the Diamond Award. That's the goal.
Amazing. And here is my question. So how you are getting the clients? Because lots of people when they are starting up their journey as Go High Level, how they will get their first to 10 clients?
Yeah. So I say this to all my students as well. I would always recommend with cold calling first, just because cold calling, you have to get good. You have to get good at talking about what you're selling. And there's no better way to do that than like doing 1,000 cold calls in a week. Right. So I would cold call first. As soon as you have the money, if you have the money starting out, that's great. Most people don't. I would run paid ads because it's way easier to close inbound leads than doing cold outreach. But again, it's pointless to do inbound leads and ads if you're not good at talking. You're just going to waste your money. So you have to get good with cold calls and then scale with paid ads.
Amazing. And so here is my question. Right now AI can do outbound calls and act like a human. So what's your call on this?
Blatantly honest, I don't have enough experience with outbound AI voice yet. From what I've heard and from the calls that I've gotten, I don't think it's there just yet. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there are people who are making it work. Also, if you're a total beginner, it doesn't make any sense to use AI for outbound because you're still going to have to get on the phone with them eventually and close them. Yeah. So it doesn't matter until you're good at talking and selling the thing and talking about what you're offering and talking about why it's valuable. No AI or optimization is going to save you. There's no other way to do it. You have to get good and go through this shit first, and then you can find a way to scale. Right,
exactly. Because people think that if they are putting AI and pushing up all those stuff, and when the exactly men come onto the call and you don't know how to close that deal, and that's how AI is just making their experience over here, and then when you are on a call, you are here. So it's really a mismatch.
Exactly. And just to your point, so many beginners think there's a secret. If I just get this AI voice dialer outbound to work, I'll get all these appointments and all these leads. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. There's no golden ticket. You have to go through the shit no matter who you are. Every person that's ever been successful doing this has gone through the exact same process. There's no way around it. It's impossible. You have to do the calls. You have to get good at talking. Otherwise, it's never going to work for you. Just my opinion,
Right. And so you are running an agency, you have a SaaS now, and you are an affiliate now. Which out of all three you enjoy most?
Definitely the affiliate stuff, man. I mean, working, we work with contractors, right? So I just imagine if I'm working with some grumpy 40-year-old guy versus an 18-year-old kid who wants to start a business online. It's so much more rewarding working with the previous version of me, which was a young kid trying to make money online, right? So the affiliate stuff I definitely enjoy more. Now the affiliate stuff cash flows better, but also the agency, you can sell the agency eventually, right? So the agency has more exit value. So we're just kind of building both at the same time. But yeah, to answer your question, man, the YouTube stuff and the affiliate stuff it's way more fun.
And if people wants to check your YouTube, or where they can contact you for the stuff. I see your amazing videos on YouTube, but I just want to know it from your end.
Yeah, it's just my name. So Kai Stone YouTube. If you just type that in on YouTube, it'll pop up and all my videos. And I kind of just copy paste our whole business on YouTube for free. So I just have a lot of fun with it, honestly.
Yeah. So I will put that in the description. Go and subscribe now. Now my question over here is, so if you're running a Facebook ads and you are lending people to your SaaS plan, so everybody's selling GHL. So how you are different and how exactly are you telling people that it's built on GHL or you're making it as a white label?
Yeah, so we do white label it. If they ask, then we just tell them. I think the biggest mistake I see with beginners probably is they just try to sell individual features instead of outcomes. So they say hey, we have this AI voice who can do this. Hey, we're going to build you a beautiful website and it's going to look like this. Small businesses don't give a shit. They care about outcomes. Right. So on our ads, we're talking about the outcome of building a website, giving you AI, getting you reviews. The outcome of those systems is going to be more business for your small business. So we talk about that in our ads and we talk about the outcome. We don't talk about the individual features. Right. And then once they actually get on a sales call, then we explain, hey, when we get you reviews, you're going to pop up higher in Google. When you pop up higher in Google, you're going to get more customers because more people will find your business. When you have a nicer website, more customers will trust you, and the outcome of that is more business. So that's what we talk about in our ads. We talk about outcomes, not features. And I think beginners just don't do that. They think they're going to say the word AI, and business owners are just going to like be like, oh, here's my credit card. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it doesn't.
And even like when people start telling about lots of features, people get overwhelmed. Hey, we're not able to implement this.
That's, dude, 100. I go back and I look at my old sales calls from like 2 years ago, and I'm just over here like literally saying, yeah, we're going to build you a website. We're going to get you Google reviews. We're going to build this. Like, I'm just throwing stuff at them, and they're just like, cool. But like, I can tell they like, a confused mind doesn't buy. Clarity always creates the sale. And when you confuse them, people just don't buy because they're confused.
Right. And
Yeah.
so over here, like how much you're spending on the ads to get like what's exactly the things and what exactly the funnel, how like it's a VSL, it's a qualification funnel, or you are directly lend them to jump on a call. How exactly it works? Because I just want to tell the viewers like how this guy has made this much name. What's the best funnel you are working?
Yeah, so there's multiple different funnels, but we just do a simple like lead qualification book a call funnel. So it goes Facebook ad, they go to a landing page, they answer 3 to 5 qualification questions. So we disqualify anyone anyone that does under $5,000 a month. If they qualify through the lead form, they just get sent straight to a book a call page with a VSL on there. Then they book a call with one of our sales team, and that's literally it. Now, that being said, that's just a basic book a call funnel. I've seen webinars work. I've seen people scale cold SMS, cold DM. So there's multiple different ways to do it. It's just once you like find one channel and stick to it. As Alex Hormozi says, right? One avatar, one channel, one product to $1 million a year. So if beginners just like I swear to God, beginners should just get that tattooed on their forehead. Like one channel, one avatar, one product, $1 million a year. Because if beginners thought like that, dude, they would do so much better. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, even so the next question related to this, like as an entrepreneur, like if you are doing pretty well, now every day you come up with a new idea. So hey, this guy's doing this, I can add this product. So so that is like an entrepreneur phenomena. Like, okay, now we'll do this, now we'll do this. How you stay protected, or you just keep on like going with the fancy lights? Because it's happened with everyone. When we are talking, hey, we got a nice idea, let's do it. So how you restrict yourself to be stuck on that?
Yeah, I think that's probably the only, like, if I could just give myself props for only one thing, the only thing I think I was like good at was just being able to simplify and stick to one thing. I'm trying to think of like the best analogy. It's just like, just to give an example. So we were at $150,000 a month, only still selling a 297 offer, no upsells, no upfront fees. Like, we didn't change anything. That's how literally I took one product, one avatar, one channel, only meta ads, only a website, and like just the same copy paste thing. I think beginners have to see the vision. That's why I talk about in a lot of my videos. Like, I'm explaining like why this is sticky, why this is the best model. Because if they truly believe, like hypothetically, if they truly believe a website with Google reviews, with auto call text back, with instant lead follow-up, if they can understand how that's a sticky system and how that gives value to a small business and why that small business will keep paying them every single month, if they truly believe that their thing is like one of the best products out there, they'll stick to it. It's when people are uncertain and they see like some crazy claim over here of this guy doing like $80,000 a month with voice AI, and they're over here selling websites, and they're like, man, maybe I should switch to voice AI. It's like, dude, there's also somebody doing $80,000 a month selling websites. Like, everything can work. So beginners need to understand that. They think there's a magic pill and that there only one thing works. Like, I promise you, dude, I can make $100,000 a month selling a voice AI agent. I can make $100,000 a month selling websites. I could do $100,000 a month just selling reviews. Like, I promise you, all 3 things would work. You just have to figure out a way to get it to work. So I think that's what beginners need to understand. Everything works. You just have to figure out how, literally.
Yes. And you need to be good at that. That is a game.
Yeah, that exact thing too. And guess what, dude? When you sell, when you do 3,000 calls for selling websites, you're going to get pretty good at selling websites, right? Like, if I had to switch my whole offer, if we had to switch everything right now, because you mentioned shiny object syndrome, and the way that I look at it, I've wanted to get into voice AI and AI conversation bots, and it's so hard not to, but I see the value in that as well. And I know that could work, but I also know we already have something that's working. So it's a constant battle of not trying to switch. Because for beginners out there right now, I'll tell you, websites, I don't know if you can see my hand, websites, Google reviews, and voice AI or conversation bot AI, those 4 things, like, dude, any of those can work. Just choose one. Like, they all have their pros and their cons, but just choose one. Literally just choose one. Yeah.
I just want to know, I'm very curious about knowing your journey, but it's not like On the day one, you will get all those clients. How many cold calls you did and how many A/B testing you did on Facebook? Like, I just want to see guys that journey, and I want to show it that journey because people will say, "Hey, this guy's having awards and all other stuff." But the behind, the back scenes of all those stuff, the entire ups and downs, I just want to know about that.
It's so hard, dude. And so many cold calls, and you're just so bad, and it's just so discouraging. And I guess the only thing I can say is like, you just take blind action and eventually you get like a little carrot of success. Like the first carrot is someone not hanging up on you the second that they answer your cold call. The second carrot is, oh my God, like I just booked this guy for a Zoom appointment. Holy shit. Third carrot is, oh my God, I actually got somebody to show up for the Zoom call and now I'm talking to someone. And the fourth and the biggest carrot is when you get like that first dollar online and you actually close someone and take a stranger's money online and then provide them a service. So it's just like small wins and you slowly see yourself progressing. But it just takes so much time and you have to just like blindly believe that it's going to work genuinely. And just to give like a timeline, it literally took me like 7 to 8 months to get to $4,000 a month in recurring revenue. So 7 to 8 months to get to $4,000. It took me 2 months to get from $4,000 to $13,000. It was exponential, right? But it was all that grinding, just hammering away, just to get to 4K. But then once you get enough reps, like stuff just works and it just starts to snowball. And that's when you start to take off. Like, and I'm sure you've probably experienced this too, but it's just like at the beginning, you have this huge ignorance debt that you have to pay down. And then once you get good, it just skyrockets. But like you have to keep hammering away until you get to the point where it can rocket. You know?
Right. And here is my next, how you prevent churn, because now you're handling lots of clients. So how you prevent the churn rate?
Churn has been our biggest bottleneck for the last 3 or 4 months. Like we haven't been able to scale. I mean, we're still scaling, but when you onboard 200 clients, 300 clients a month, it's very different than onboarding 10. So at scale, everything is breaking. Our churn's at 8%, 7-8%, which is okay. But we've had churn as high as 15%. So candidly, like that's our biggest issue. If you know someone to help us with that, please let me know. Because we've been working on fixing that bottleneck for the last 3 months, literally. Okay. So I will just say right now for beginners, as you scale, overhire customer success managers. Hire is like if you think you need 2, if you have 2, you need 3. If you have 3, you need 4 at XYZ. And if I could go back, like we should have had triple the customer success managers that we had. And even now, like we have like 14 of them. I still think we should have 20. So customer success and creating a connection with your client is how you prevent churn. We just didn't realize that until like 2 months ago. So it's an issue.
Yeah. Even I was reading the memos of Lela Hormozi, like how exactly they are doing with, because they are also facing some with their coaching program. And I see their internal memos and then say, okay, stick to this plan. We need to like again plan if we are hiring, like we are doing these much workshops, we need that much coaches with the NPS score of like above 85%.
Exactly.
That's relevant. And how much you are spending on the ads? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was going to say, and what you said, 85%. So me and my partner thought that our customer success managers, like this is so stupid. Like looking back, we're so dumb, but we just didn't know because we're new. We're like, yeah, we should have 2 customer success managers and have them both at 100% capacity before we go hire someone else. It's so dumb. It's like, no, get them, start looking for another customer success manager when your guys are at like 70% capacity. Right. And then when they're at 85% capacity, cap them out. They're done, right? Give them a little bit of extra time. But to answer your question about the ads, yeah, about $2,000 to $3,000 a day. But that being said, like if our customer success and our churn wasn't a problem, I would spend $10,000 a day right now if I could. If I can put $1 in and get $1 out on the front end and upsell people on the back end, I'll play that slot machine all day long.
All right. And so you learned Facebook ads from someone, or you learn it by using, like implementing all those stuff?
Yeah, I bought 2 different coaching programs. So I bought one coaching program that taught me like the basics of ads, like, like how to scale them, like what to look for, how to read KPIs. And then I worked privately with another coach to really give me hands-on experience once I already knew the basics. And that's kind of what I would recommend. If you're going to do coaching, I think get like a coaching program like that kind of gives you like the general idea and the basics. And then once you get decent, then hire another coach to really get hands-on with you and get specific, right? Because if you hire a coach and they're so advanced, they're not really going to help you that much because they're too far ahead of you. Exactly. So basic first, get like decent, and then you know enough to have a good flowing conversation with someone who's an expert, and you'll just grow. I do that for every single skill. So like, I think that's just the best advice. Get good or basic first, and then hire someone more advanced to help you kind of one-on-one.
And now there is Andromeda update, how you are seeing this and what tips you can give to the people right now, because lots of people are facing problem with their ads after Andromeda, like there's lots of creative part
Yeah.
going on. So what's your
Yeah.
advice on that? And if we talk about as a layman language from scratch, so what ads they need to run? They need to run lead ad, they need to run conversion ad. So if you can give this.
Yeah. So I'll go with what kind of ads first and then talk about Andromeda. Always remember, if you're running ads, create flow before friction. So what that means is like start an ad, start it with like a basic meta lead form. So just ask for a name, a number, and maybe one or two qualifying questions. And then on the back of that meta lead form ad, you're keeping them on Facebook, right? So it's just a basic meta lead form ad. After they fill that out, add a little section that says, wait, you're not done, and then send them directly to a book a call page with your VSL on it. That's step one. And you'll get a lot of leads in the door just with that meta lead form ad. Once you start getting leads and you're calling them and you realize like, oh my God, like all these guys are bad, you can either add more qualification questions to that meta lead form ad, or you can send them directly to a landing page. But you want to test the validity of the ad first with just like a meta lead form. You just want to see if your ad is good enough to get people to give you their information. So just always remember, flow before friction. The more questions you ask, the more friction you're adding, but the higher quality of lead you're going to get. And at the beginning, I tell beginners, dude, almost no friction. I don't care if you get shitty lead after shitty lead after shitty lead. I want you to spend as little money as possible just so you can like see the process of getting inbound leads and what it looks like. And then as you add more qualification, you're going to get less leads. Your cost per lead is going to go up, but the quality of lead you get is also going to go up. So you're more likely to close them. So it's just like a giant spectrum. And I love it. I just look at it like a video game. The other question was the Andromeda update. Yeah. So I haven't noticed a huge difference with it. I will say, I think what a lot of people do, they're very lazy. So they'll film 5 hooks, like with their ad, and then they'll just slap it on 20 bodies. So what I did, and I did this by accident, every single ad I did, even if I was saying the exact same script, I would film it as a whole new individual ad. And what that accidentally does is it shows an Andromeda update, it actually counts as a brand new creative, because the way that I'm saying it, I might switch the hat. I might say it a little differently. I might say it with a different tonality, but so if I have to do 20 ads, I'm not doing 5 hooks and then just slapping them on 20 bodies. I might have 5 hooks, but I'm filming the same ad 20 different times individually. And that's worked great for Andromeda. And I tell my guys this as well. Number one, Andromeda messes people up way more in the e-com space than in the lead gen space. It's way worse for e-com. But for like guys who are running ads for like SaaS or SMA or anything like that, dude, just film your ads individually. Stop doing the 5 hooks, 20 bodies thing. Like that, Andromeda doesn't like that. That's like the best advice I can give is just film your ads, all of them individually. It takes more time, but dude, like you're going to get better at saying the script. And if you say something 20 times, like the odds of one of those being good is way higher than if you only do it 5 times, right? If you only slap it on 20 bodies. So that's my advice for Andromeda, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think people are just lazy.
Right. And over here, so next question is like which works better in your case? You want that entire leads to be filled on Meta and the qualification. Right now we can qualify it on the Meta also by asking more questions, or you want to qualify it in on a VSL. If you did a A/B testing, which one is good in your case?
It completely depends on what your budget is. If you're a beginner or an expert, like right now, I wouldn't run Meta lead form ads because we have the budget in order to send them to a qualification page. So it's just like, how much time do you have? If you're a one-man operation and you don't have a setter and like you have all day, like all you should be doing at the beginning is sales anyway. So just run Meta lead form ads and get as many people through that front door as possible. If you get 100 people through that front door, let's say 80 of them are shitty, but at least 20 of them are good, go through and call all of them and you'll find those 20 that are good, right? For us, because we have a higher budget, we can afford to spend more per lead. Right. So if you have a higher budget, you can add more qualification and you'll spend less time going through the bullshit. That being said, you're still going to get more swings at bat if you're willing to go through the bullshit and not have that much friction. So if you're a beginner, flow before friction. If you have the budget and you're starting to scale, that's when you can start running them to a landing page. Again, man, it all depends where you're at. If you have higher tolerance and higher risk tolerance, I would say, okay, cool. You can start right away by running them to a landing page, but your cost per lead is going to be significantly higher. Send them to a landing page than just doing a meta lead format. So people just have to understand that, you know?
Right. So here there is some personal question regarding, so like the way you speak, it's like a coach, you are always giving value. So how this shift comes, because whenever people are starting a business, then they're figuring out, but the way you speak right now, and I see your YouTube video, and even if you are explaining in this podcast, you are explaining step by step. Lots of people put it like a secret. Hey, I will not tell you. I will tell you, okay, just you need to figure out. So how this shift comes, because lots of people have seen, I have in podcast Lots of people. It's my around 66th episode. So I just want to ask like how your teaching skills become grooming day by day.
I just followed Alex Hormozi's advice of like, what if you just told them everything? Like I just he's just such a good coach. And like, I remember just watching one of his YouTube videos and he's just like, just give them everything. And I was just like, well, I'll just do that. And the thing is I get a lot of questions about like, well, aren't people just going to copy you and X, Y, Z? It's like, yeah, but the people that were going to win, they're going to win anyway. Like if I'm helping them, I'm just helping them win faster. And like the people that were already going to do well, like they just have that in them. It doesn't matter if they find me or they find you or they find someone. Those people, for the most part, were always going to win regardless. So all I'm doing is helping them get there faster. So I have no problem just giving everything away for free. And I think I just understand what it's like to just feel really stupid and just like not understand stuff. Cause like there are some people, like you strike me as someone who just naturally has like kind of like a higher baseline intelligence. I would say that I have like a lower baseline intelligence. So if me and you were to learn a new skill, I would bet that you would learn that way faster than me. So I think it's a lot easier for me to speak to beginners because I think most beginners, like they feel stupid all the time. And when guys like my business partner, Mike, are over here explaining super complex topics and they explain it too quickly, or they don't give it click by click or step by step, they end up feeling dumb. And then like they kind of quit because they're like, oh, I must just not, this is not for me. I'm just stupid. Right. So being able to put yourself in the shoes of a total beginner is like, that's a skill in itself. And also like, you know, this sounds bad, but like, I truly believe I have like a lower baseline intelligence than a lot of people. And I think that's helpful when you're explaining something simple to beginners. Like, I think that helps you give a good explanation, you know?
I think the step-by-step strategy, like even I was watching Mr. Beast. So he advised like you need to give as easy as advice things to implement because 70% people don't have that much top IQ to figure out like okay. And if you're skipping these steps and then people think, oh, okay, just roll it out. We are not able to do it.
Yeah.
So that's really amazing. And please.
I was just going to say, I think it's also helpful to, instead of saying like, well, you could do it this way, or you could do it this way, or you could do it this way. Like the way that I teach my people is like, yo, shut up, listen, go cold call. I don't care what else you do. You have to do 100 cold calls. Like just go do that. Like stop everything else. Go to the cold calls, giving them like a really easy roadmap to follow. So I don't really use the word like you can, or like you could do, like I say, just do this because beginners especially need that. So I just say like, hey, here's the plan. Copy my shit. You're going to do 100 to 200 to 300 cold calls. Once you have the money, you're going to run paid ads. That's it. Stop trying anything else. That's your path. So they need a path to like lock in on. Because if I had that as a beginner, like I watched so many courses and there was so much value, but I was just confused because there were so many different options. If someone had just been like, yo, shut the hell up and just do this, I probably would have gone a lot faster because I would have just copied it. Right. And yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Exactly. And that's what I learned from Jim Edwards also. Like, so I was doing a podcast and I say like, hey, Jim, if we do like this and that, because every time when we are learning new stuff, there is some ideas which is coming in our mind also. Hey, if I need to implement in my file, I will do so. Then he said, shut up, do what I am doing because I did wrong more than what you did right. Right? So do first what I am doing because we just screw up the process by implementing something which is coming in our mind and we are not following totally. Just follow that. If you are done with that, then just tweak the stuff, whatever you want. But first you need to follow the same thing, same script. You not do left, right, A, B just to see that because I already did that.
Exactly, dude. That's the craziest thing is beginners. They have this, I see it all the time. They have this weird thing where they think they have to change it. Or they have to like invent something new. Like, I'll just be honest. When I was starting out, I literally looked at like Mike Cooch, Pavel, and like one other person. And I was just like, okay, I'm just going to copy. Like I just copy them exactly till I got my first couple clients. And then once you get good and you get in the rhythm, then you can start tweaking stuff to how like your personality and how you want to do things. But at the beginning, just turn off your brain and just literally copy someone who's already done it. Because if it worked for them, there's no reason it shouldn't work for you. It might take you longer, but it's going to work for you. Like it's going to, you know?
And that's what I do with like sometimes something is going well, I try to create and re-script it. I rather inventing something. If something is going on and people want that, it's already validated. And they have a big R&D team behind that. As SMEs, you don't have that much big team to spend on R&D. You can spend on ads and other stuff. So over here now the affiliate part, will come to the affiliate journey. So how exactly, like if somebody wants to be an affiliate of GHL, what things they need to be have? Because lots of people think that, okay, I can sell anything. But what's your best advice? Like if somebody wants to be a GHL affiliate, how exactly?
Yeah, morally speaking, I think I'm not going to call it anyone. I think there are a lot of go high level affiliates that are totally full of shit that are literally promoting go high level. And I think what I hate about it is they've never actually done their own agency. Like they've never scaled their own company. So what they're doing is they're giving you scripts and strategies and stuff that they've never actually used themselves. So they're just copy pasting that from someone else. So they don't have the context to actually teach. I mean, dude, if you can do whatever you want, obviously it's a free country, but like if you're going to be a GHL affiliate, man, I think you're really full of shit if you're saying that you've done stuff that you've never done. Right. Like there's a reason that my YouTube's doing so well and my affiliate, like I'm doing like one of the top affiliates is because I've done everything that I'm teaching. And if I'm teaching something I haven't done, I will be the first person to say like, I haven't done this. I just think if I was going to do it, this is how I would do it. And this is why I think it's valuable. I think you should do it this way. But I'm the first person to say like, I've never done this. Voice AI is an example of this. I tell my people like, you should do voice AI. This is how I would do it. Just so you know, I've never sold it. But so many affiliates just like get on YouTube and they're just like, sell voice AI like this, sell websites like this. I'm like, bro, you've never done this. You've never done it yourself. Yeah. So my advice, if you want to be a GHL affiliate, at the very least, dude, build your own agency, get at least 50 clients so that you can at least actually help beginners. At least get to level 5 before you help people get to like level 2. Right? Don't be on level 1 trying to help people, like trying to teach people how to get to level 2 when you've never been on level 2. Right? Just my opinion.
Right. And here, like if somebody opt from your affiliate part, so what are the other things like they can get because like you're already doing an amazing stuff on YouTube, or they just need to have your affiliate and they can do purchase? Is there any value added bonuses as well?
Yeah. So they basically get to see all my onboarding calls, my sales calls. I also give them like just like templates and scripts and everything as well. So it's like on the YouTube, there's a lot of value, but like there's more individual implementation inside the school community. And once they actually sign up with my affiliate, so it's just more detailed, like it's a more detailed breakdown and a more step-by-step breakdown of exactly what they see on YouTube. And that's what everyone does, right? Like you give a lot of value on YouTube and it's like, cool, I got all this value for free on Kai's YouTube, but like now I want to see like the individual, really nitty gritty step-by-step. So it's like, why wouldn't I, use his affiliate link? That's kind of how I think about it. And quite frankly, I don't put the super detailed stuff on YouTube because that's not going to get a lot of views. I'm going to put like the general outline on there and show them like the process, make them understand and make them believe it's possible by showing them proof. And then the individual actually step-by-step stuff is going to be inside the school community. That's just kind of how I do it.
So here comes the next question. School versus Gocolab. Why school?
Alex Hormozi, baby, whatever he does, man. Alex Hormozi, like legitimately, man. Like I love that guy so much, and he's given me so much. The fact that he endorses school, like I'll never switch, just because. And maybe that's dumb, but it's just like it's like listening to investing advice from like Warren Buffett versus like my mom. Like if Warren Buffett gives me it, like I'm just gonna follow that blindly because I just believe like they have the proof, So that's the biggest thing. I think both can work though, man. Like again, it doesn't matter. I'm sure they're both great in their own ways.
So it's like a most controversial question of this everything about GHL. Even I asked Alex also in the podcast, hey, you told every time, because I follow him blindly and I read all his book, never lower down your prices. And I said, why you lower down school from 99 to 9?
Oh, he did? Said, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I did that. I will share you my podcast also. Like, because all other 9, there was 10 affiliates. So all other 9 was asking how I can grow my business. I see, like, if you read Alex, like, not read, if you implement Alex, what Alex is doing, you definitely be successful. If you implement 100 million money model, if you implement offers or other stuff, like lots of playbooks that I have read that, I keep on noting down, okay, I will implement this. I don't do like, I will read this. I will implement this by this date. And then I said, why not ask something like which I can know about Alex? So then I asked this question. Even I asked Alex, hey, why you don't choose to have kids? Now nobody's there to ask that. But like I said, okay, why not ask? Because I love Alex content. I just want to know the back end of Alex, what Alex goes like, how is everything going on in his mind? And I asked lots of questions on that dinner table as well, which I can't reveal on this podcast. Even Alex told that, hey, you need to cut that after this because we are doing that much. So over here, the next question related to, so it's a affiliate journey and school. What exactly they get once they add it into your school? So what's their next process? How you are making their journey simpler?
Yeah, 100%. So I was in a lot of different communities when I was when I was first starting. So the way that I have mine set up is it's just like, yo, click this button. There's step 1 through 8. Like you're just like, I just have a video saying, don't do anything else. Just click step 1, go through all these, step 2, go through all this, step 3. Here's the product snapshot you're going to deliver to your clients, import it into your account. Cool. Step 4 is like, what's step 4? Step 4 is how to get clients. And then step 5 is how to onboard a client. And then step 6 is like how to retain. It's just so step by step where there's no clicking around. There's no like, oh, I wonder where I go. It's just like, yo, maybe get the general course outline. But once you're actually ready to get going, like step 1 is literally create an LLC and link it with a payment processor. And like, it's as step by step as you can possibly be, because as a beginner, that's what I struggle with. And that's what I would have wanted. I would have wanted someone to just say, hey, watch these videos in this order. This covers every single step A to Z to get your first like 5 to 10 clients. And then once you get 5 to 10 clients anyway, now you have confidence and you can see that it works. So like once you gain momentum, it's really easy to keep going. Getting those first 0 to 5, 0 to 10 clients is the hardest part. So my thought process is if I can just help people with that, like number 1, I'll make more money from affiliate, but number 2, and more importantly, they're significantly more likely to succeed if I can just get them their first 1 to 5 clients. So that's like the whole goal with that course, just 1 to 5 clients.
And they have confidence to scale it to 5 too, because first 5 clients is very difficult to get on board.
It's the hardest part.
I mean, yeah,
it's the hardest part by far. So that's why I try to tell them like, hey, I don't want you to have to think about what you have to sell. Here's what you're selling. I'm giving you a snapshot with everything you're selling inside of it. So you don't have to like think like, are people going to find this valuable? It's like, dude, I've already proven to you that they will. I've already proven that people will buy this. You just have to figure out how to explain the value correctly and people will buy your stuff. I promise, because I've already done it. And here's exactly what we're selling. And here's a bunch of examples of me selling it. Just copy my shit, literally. So and you'll get your first 1 to 5 clients. Just copy paste, you know?
And in the tracking part of the ads, are you using native GHL or using some other tools like Hyros or Google Analytics? How exactly you are tracking?
Yeah, so we use Hyros now, but at the beginning, GHL has a native feature where you can just take the UTM parameter and we would just have a Google sheet. So we would just see, hey, this person came from this UTM parameter, which links directly to the Facebook ad. Dude, unless you're spending more than like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000 a month on ads, you don't need to use like a crazy tool like Hyros. There's way cheaper options out there. We only use Hyros now because, you know, we're going to be spending $100,000 a month on ads. So it makes sense to have a very high level tool like that. But as a beginner, you don't need that shit. You really don't.
Right. And even like we are earlier, like in the older days, we used to send it to the Slack just to have it. Okay, from which UTM? Okay, so this ad is working every day. So even with the clients also, hey, we are running ads. This is the right way to do that. Yeah. That's really nice. And now, so I have talked about the SaaS part. I have talked about what exactly you're doing done for you.
Are you saying done for you on the affiliate side or for the actual SaaS agency?
For the actual SaaS agency.
Yeah. So it's literally, we bring them in on a website. So $297 free website. We get them hooked on the website, the instant lead follow-up off the website, auto call text back or voice AI. We're trying to implement conversation bot and voice AI, and then help them get Google reviews and optimize their Google page. So we're trying to basically create the buzzing phone effect, which is like every time they get a lead off Google or off their website or off auto call text back, anytime they get a review, the app is going to buzz on the mobile app, the lead connector app with Go High Level. So they're kind of getting addicted to using our system. And that's what we offer. And then once they see some success with that and they start using the platform, we build them the website, all that. Then we say, hey, we also have Google ads and all this other and SEO and all this other stuff over here. And we'll basically just we'll get a massive volume in on the front end. So 200 or 300 people a month is the goal right now. And then we'll cherry pick which one of those people we think like have the best chance to do well with Google and SEO. And then we'll cherry pick them and we'll upsell those people. And they're really happy to pay once they're already seeing some results or once you've already given them something. It's way easier to upsell somebody than to like get them cold. So that's the strategy right now, is just mass volume in the front door, cherry pick who we want to upsell, and then upsell on the back end.
Right. So we talk about ads, but now we talk about the cold calling. So let's say you need to cold call someone. So how exactly do the pitch? If you want to do it live, yeah. So if you want to cold call, so okay, what exactly you start with?
Yeah. So I have the different scripts. I have the different scripts in my school community. But number one, I would definitely start with saying like, I built you a free website. And then once they agree to get on the call, this is general, but once they agree to actually get on the call, then you build them the website really quick. With AI, it's super easy. So that's a really good one. But what I would do is I would just say, hey, how's it going, man? Like, my name's Kai. Julie Becker, like a family friend, actually sent me your number. And then that would get me past that first objection of them just hanging up. And then I would say, yeah, man, she said you do really good work, but you don't have like a website or anything. Because I would call people without websites. And that would get me in the door. And I have live videos of me doing this on YouTube. And then I would just kind of talk to them about the website. And then I would literally say like, yeah, man, I could probably have a website done for you in like an hour or so. I'll just build that for you real quick. And then maybe I could get on Zoom and show you. So that way you're giving them like an incentive to actually show up to the Zoom call, right? Because really what you're doing is you're not trying to sell the product. You're trying to sell them to even get on the Zoom call so you can sell them the product, right? You're just selling the appointment. Once you're on the Zoom call, then you're going to try to sell the product, but just sell the appointment, and you sell the appointment by giving them a reason to show up for it, right?
And how you are scraping the data? Like you are scraping from Google Maps, how exactly you are you using Apollo or any other third-party service?
You can use Outscraper, Apollo. The way that I did it was I just hired a VA off virtualjobs.ph, and I just had her manually go through Google Maps, state by state, area by area. And I said, find me someone with, I think it was like 5 to 15 Google reviews with no website. And I only want those people. And that was it. Like and then I just put it all in a spreadsheet, pick up my phone and just start dialing, man. That being said, like, I just didn't know any better, but I would use a dialer now. A dialer would make your life way easier. Like a local rap dialer like Kixi or Hot Prospect would be significantly better than just using your iPhone, you know?
So now if we talk about like if you need to start it from a scratch, like already you have did the amazing job, all those awards and other stuff. But if Kai needs to start it from scratch with nothing like from that SaaS part and no money, and you need to start it now, how you will start and scale your agency?
Day one, I'm using Kai Stone's affiliate link because he has great affiliate stuff. So day one, I'm using his link. I'm basically getting go high level. Day one, I'm literally just setting up the basics. So I'm getting my ATP number registered. I'm building out a basic website for myself. I'm putting a picture of me up there. I'm just building out my website. And as soon as I have ATP registered and a Zoom account, I'm just starting cold calling as fast as I humanly, and I have no money. If I have no money as well, I'm just cold calling. I'm getting good at the thing. And then once I have even like $1,000 in the bank, I would just start running basic meta lead form ads, literally, and just start like calling everyone I could to set appointments. I would do one project myself, one website, a full account, SOP, A to Z. Basically, after I got my first client and I learned all those skills of like how to create a client account, after client one, I would go hire a VA on a project-based basis. I would pay them $40 per account. Every single client I got after client number one, I would have the VA build out the whole account for me, and then I would onboard the client myself. But day one, after I do it one time, I'm outsourced. I don't want to be setting up client accounts. It's not worth my time to go build the websites and set up the whole account. A VA needs to do that for me. My main, like 85% of my focus needs to be on sales and marketing. Exactly. Sales and marketing, literally. And then 15% is onboarding calls. But I have to get the train pulling out of the station and start stacking recurring revenue. So I have money to play with. I have money to hire a team, and then I have money to run paid ads. But like, I have to just grind sales for the first 3 or 4 months because I have to get that money coming in, right? You have to do it that way.
And how's your day-to-day routine? Like how exactly you exercise, you have a like nice physique and other stuff. So how exactly it is? Like how you are, like, or you totally workaholic, you are not able to spend time. How exactly? I just want to know about that.
Yeah. For me, it's hard. It's kind of all in. So like I'll go through periods where all I want to do is work, and then I'll go through periods where I just don't care. I just don't want to work at all, and I just want to like go party and go work out and go just be an idiot. So I have a really hard time with like moderation. Again, this is me now. Understand, at the beginning, it was 12 hours a day, locked in my mom's room, grinding until like 100K a month. I was just grinding every single day, obviously working out, but no drinking, no girls, no partying, no friends. Like that's what it takes at the beginning for that first, I would just say 9 months to get the momentum, because it's so much easier once you have momentum. So like, again, man, literally like don't have a 3-hour morning routine, go for a quick walk, get your ass on your computer and just start working. Like that's the beginning. And I know this is a little off topic, and Hormozi says this too, but beginners will look at like what you're doing now or what I'm doing now, like our daily routine, and think that that's what we were doing at the beginning. Bro, that's not what we were doing at the beginning. At the beginning, our life sucked. We were locked in a room 10 hours a day, no idea what we're doing, hoping shit was working. And it was just like blasting your head against a wall all day, every day for a month. Like now we kind of know our shit. At the beginning, it's not pretty. And beginners confuse what we're doing now for what we did back then. So that's my biggest advice, dude. Lock yourself in a room and figure it out.
Yeah, that's really amazing advice. And so if people wants to join their school community, which is the exact link? Can you name the community? I will put that in description as well, but I just want to know, like, so people will know, okay, from where they can get yours.
Yeah, it's just, they can literally find all the links in my YouTube. If they just go to my YouTube, my links are on every single video. So if they just go to Kai Stone YouTube, man, everything's in there. The affiliate, the school, all the links are in there. They don't need to go to school individually. It's all good.
And I see you're the fastest growing affiliate of Go High Level, and you're crushing it on YouTube. So any tips who people wants, just not about the GHL niche, if they want to grow up their YouTube channel, like about one niche, what exactly the strategy will be?
Yeah, you'll be surprised how much faster you grow when you're not full of shit and you've actually done the thing that you're talking about. And it's actually insanely easy to make videos when you've actually done what you're making videos about. Like my videos take me 20 minutes each because I literally just talk about what we're doing, what we've done. I don't go anything outside of what that wheelhouse. And it's very easy to grow a YouTube, like it's very easy to make content and post videos when you're just talking about stuff that you've done and that you're an expert in. It's really, really easy. So my advice would be don't be full of shit. Only post videos once you've done something worthy of people watching, I would say.
Yeah, and I think like that's what we need, not any script, whatever is coming into our, because we already did that. We already did that hustle. We've gone through that pain, so we know that okay, that's it. And whenever people ask question, like when I do a workshops and people ask question, I already know like what's the exact answer because we have gone through the same like funnel, we're in the same situation.
Yeah.
So
And
one last tip.
why,
Yeah,
sorry to
sorry.
interrupt.
Yeah.
That's why so many like, because when I was first learning YouTube, I was like going through all these videos about like how to script out your video and like how to like do all this stuff. And I'm realizing like a lot of these guys have never built a real business. So like they have to script their stuff because they have to know exactly what they're saying because they're reading off a teleprompter or they're reading off bullet points. I don't need to do that. I can just turn on the camera and like I'll maybe like generally outline bullet points of like what points I want to hit, but I can just talk through the whole video because it's just like stuff that you've done so many times. You don't have to like script it. You just say whatever comes to your mind because you've done it. And I think that's the secret to growing a channel, dude. Like Alex Hormozi, like he built Gym Launch and sold it and all that stuff. Like he didn't need to script anything because he was just saying what he did. So yeah, man, just do the stuff.
Even I ask him like the people are showing Lamborghinis and like Ferraris in their YouTube and other stuff. Then he counteract me. How many Lamborghini you see in my
Zero.
content? And
Zero.
yeah,
You'll never find a
that's
Lambo in any of Hormozi's content, man. It's hilarious. You probably won't find it in mine, at
y-
least not for a while.
yeah. Then I said, okay, that's
Yeah.
really nice. So thank you so much, Kai, for having me. It's really like a wonderful session for me also and for the viewers also. And one last tip I am just giving to our viewers if they want to start their GHL journey, do follow Kai Stone, follow his school group, whatever he's doing. Do not do left, right, or A/B testing. Just follow the single advice.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
man.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, bro. This was fun. I really appreciate you.